Leverage happens in two spots. If I hinge my wrist to maximum and I straighten my arm, that's the most leverage I can create. Now watch this. Let me bend that elbow. Look at how much more angle I just got. We need this arm moving more in front of you to be able then to release the club later. So Peter, give me the motion here. So it's a sidearm pitch, right?
Yeah.
It literally feels like, because you're a right arm dominant guy.
Right, I'm backhanding it, but like now you're telling me to tuck this in, huh?
Yep. So let me get this right. Right-handed playing left-handed.
Yeah.
Everybody says it's an advantage. Kind of is, right? But we still need to know what to do with our left arm.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. As somebody
It fights it.
Absolutely. As somebody who releases early, as somebody who then takes a divot behind the golf ball as a result of that, that I was using Hogan and myself, wearing out our sweaters right here. So essentially you would wear yours out on the left side here. It literally is throwing this sidearm pitch. I mean, and when you watch the sidearm pitch, this elbow is going in front, and that's what lags the arm. See that?
Yes.
And when it lags the arm, the club and the wrist lag like this, equivalent to really lagging the club, and then it releases later. So for you just did it on the last one. And what I want you to keep that feeling of is that transition for you is taking that trail arm, moving it back towards your belly button right there. Exactly. You did a great job on your first one that you did it. It was different, right?
Yeah.
You know what's cool, by the way? That allows you the ability to rotate as hard as you want in the swing, but you never have the ball go that way. Because you see what it did? It stays like this. Yeah, so it's like, that's what I feel. When I swing, I literally feel like I'm rotating as hard as I can that way, but this arm is pushing everything that way. Yeah. Does it make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, give me that swing again, because it was really good. I wanted you to catch this, because you nailed it first time.
And it creates more of a V-shaped swing. You promote that.
Close.
All position dictate the...
Yeah, so here's the problem. Where that's not going to be consistent is this. When the arm's too stiff to begin with, it gets out of position and then tries to fold back into position. We're not a fan of that, okay? So you'll see some instructors really teach this right arm staying this way or left arm staying this way. I hate that. I can't stand this look right here because not many people, well, I mean, we have a one-piece takeaway too. We just have to get the arm folded in the right spot that presets it to be in the right spot throughout the swing. So much more efficient, hit the ball so much better that way, way more consistent. I watch players like this who have no angle and then they settle it late and then they just throw it and there's no chance. Getting this feeling here, this is a source of leverage. I want you to see this, so watch this. Leverage happens in two spots. If I hinge my wrist to maximum and I straighten my arm, that's the most leverage I can create. Now watch this. Let me bend that elbow. Ooh, look at how much more angle I just got. So the reality is the angle that I'm able to create here is dictated by this right elbow just as much as it's created by my wrist. So a player that's like this, we're not all as talented as Tiger Woods to be able to then reroute that and go like this. I like keeping that thing already in position, feeling like a little break there off the start, feeling like this elbow is actually the pivot point of my swing right here. I'm here, and then that races right back in front. And watch this, when I'm here like this, even when I do the little small one, my arms are going in front of my body. You see that? That's my hands being faster right there. Yeah, see the ones where you get your arms moving, because think about it, essentially all we're trying to do for somebody who doesn't lag the club and who tosses it like this, it's because this arm stays wide and on your side. We need this arm moving more in front of you to be able then to release the club later. And that's essentially what's happening. And listen, we've had equal success with players feeling like they pulled the right arm through just as much as they've been driving your left arm in front of you. Now, to your defense, you need to know what both are doing. My left arm pulls the handle through, but my right arm is still moving towards the center of my body. And when I get that down, like watch how well I hit these little ones. People always watch me hit these and they're like, gosh, you make it look so easy. Well, here's the thing. I get that set position locked in, and then I get it right back in front. And see how I can just release it later down the line like that, and it just goes dead straight. So, all I'm doing when I do that, there's that set position, there's me moving it in front of me, and then there's me just letting it go. Let this arm bend immediately when you take it back. Let it break like this. Watch my right arm. Yeah, just go halfway back and put it in a position right there. There you go. You need to let that happen. Absolutely. I mean, it's a night and day thing. You know, the problem is, like, you'd get some instruction, like most instruction would just destroy you. You know, the feeling of dragging this away. To me, it needs to be like that in this position. People in this position are now preset throughout their swing to be in the right position. So it's really making sure that this arm, it's the funny bone pointing towards the golf ball. See that? Right here. Right here. And I always tell people, listen, you're gonna hit the ball like this. Nothing. Watch the difference here. My position. Look at that. You know? Well, the big thing is, the one thing that you get off is just this arm in the first place. It goes very far away from you. That's why you're having a very hard time going this way.
Still doing that.
Yeah, I mean, look at my arm. Look at this.
Okay.
It's a pivot point. I'm not moving my elbow.
Sure.
I'm just turning this right here.
Okay.
And then when I turn, it stays right there. And look at this, right here. And then I can go right back in front. Right here, right back in front.
At Forzak Golf, we take a lot of pride in having developed some of the best and most consistent golf swings on the planet. We do this through simplicity. Our Full Swing Masterclass will take you on a step-by-step, easy-to-understand process on how to get your golf swing better than ever. Join the many before you who've utilized our Full Swing Masterclass to take their games to the next level and beyond.